Assalamu alaikum, friends. I hope you are all doing well. Dear friends, today I am going to share a story with you that will truly astonish you. Today I will tell you the tale of a man who witnessed a terrifying event after digging his daughter's grave. Then we will tell you another story involving a girl and a TV. Please don't ask where and when these incidents occurred. You may have heard these stories in various forms before, but today I will present them in such a way that you will clearly understand their significance. But before that, please like this video and stay with us. And if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon. So, let's begin. First, let's talk about the first incident. Friends, there was a man who had a daughter. He loved her very much, but unfortunately, the daughter fell seriously ill and eventually passed away. The man was devastated and couldn't accept her death. He took his daughter to be buried, and when he entered the grave, he refused to come out because he didn't want to leave his beloved daughter alone. However, the people there persuaded him to leave the grave and come home. A few days later, he decided to organize a meal for his daughter's soul, but the expenses were covered by the neighbors as a loan. The man wanted to repay this debt, but he couldn't find his wallet, which contained all his money. He thought it might have fallen into the grave when he entered it. So, after taking advice from elders, he dug up the grave. As soon as he entered, he found the wallet, but it was burnt, and to his horror, he found that his daughter was no longer in the grave. Only some burnt limbs were left. The man was terrified. That night, he had a dream in which he saw his daughter. He asked her, "My dear daughter, why didn't I see you in the grave? Where were you?" The daughter replied, "Every time it's time for prayer, I am taken to hell and forced to pray on a mat of fire. That's why I wasn't in the grave." The father asked, "Why? Why are they doing this to you?" The daughter replied, "I neglected my prayers when I was alive. I would delay one prayer until the next time. That's why I am being punished in the grave." Dear viewers, think carefully. The daughter did pray, but she delayed her prayers, and for this, she is suffering such a severe punishment. Imagine how much worse the punishment will be for those who don't pray at all. So, let's follow the path of prayer and worship in this life to attain peace in the hereafter and in the grave. May Allah grant us all the ability to be devoted in our prayers. Ameen. Friends, you all know that the holy month of Ramadan is ongoing. During this month, we all try to draw close to Allah by engaging in prayers, fasting, and reciting the Quran. Any small act of worship during Ramadan is rewarded tenfold. This is why we focus so much on worship during this month to seek closeness to Allah. But friends, even small sins committed during this holy month can lead to severe punishments from Allah. So, I urge you to commit as few sins as possible and engage in as much worship and good deeds as you can during this blessed month. Now, let's move on to the second incident. During the holy month of Ramadan, a mother and her daughter lived together in a house. The daughter was watching TV in her room, and her mother called her because guests were coming for iftar. The mother had to do all the cooking alone, so she asked her daughter for help. But the daughter told her mother that her favorite TV show was on, so she couldn't help at that moment. The mother kept calling her for help. But the daughter, annoyed, went upstairs to avoid her mother. She closed the door and turned up the volume of the TV so she wouldn't hear her mother calling. Meanwhile, the mother struggled to prepare the iftar. Eventually, the guests arrived, and the time for Maghrib prayer was approaching. The mother called her daughter to come and have iftar, but the daughter, with the TV volume turned up loud, didn't hear her. The mother, now a bit angry, went to her daughter's room and kept calling her, but still there was no response, only the sound of the TV. The guests also started to worry, and they decided to break the door open. When they opened the door, they saw that the TV was still on at a high volume, but the daughter was lying on the side, lifeless. Everyone was shocked and began to cry. They tried to move the daughter, but she was too heavy to lift. Then, when they brought the TV closer to her, she suddenly became lighter and could be moved easily. When they tried to move her away from the TV again, she became heavy once more and couldn't be moved. They realized there was some connection between the daughter and the TV. Finally, they decided to take the TV with them to the graveyard. They did so, and only then were they able to bury her. Friends, now you must understand that even small sins during the holy month of Ramadan can lead to significant punishments. Let's strive to commit as few sins as possible and earn as much reward as we can, because even small good deeds during this month can earn us tenfold rewards. Please let us know in the comments how you liked this story, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you liked this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends so they can learn about this as well.